All right, Shalom. I want to start off by giving all glory,
Hazard
praises,
reported ahead.
praises and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Akakwadash. All right, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. And salutations to the brothers that's teaching this truth and sincerity. And shalom to the hopeful elect. All right, the 1/3 sincere listeners. Okay, so today's lesson is pretty much going to be about, you know, you Jakes don't have a clue. You Israelites don't have a clue about what's pretty much brewing up. You know, the Apostle Tahar named this year the hopeful year of Jacob's trouble. All right, to where we hope that all hell pretty much breaks loose. You know, in order for these prophecies to kick off. All right, the main prophecy being the MOTB, C-HIP. And you Jakes don't have a clue, man. At the end of the day, you really don't consider that everything that's going on in the earth, geopolitics, you don't equate that to you. You've been so downtrodden in this world that you only focus on simplicity, man. And not just simplicity in righteousness, but simplicity in folly, man. All right? Things that don't matter in the grand scheme of things, right? Now, it's not to say, brothers, we have downtime and we have different leisures that we like take part in and whatnot, you know, users of the world, not abusers, right? But you Jakes abuse the world, man. And that's why you're drunk, you're spiritually drunk, and you've accepted this place, you know. You're liberals, okay? You're down with the Mo agenda, the alphabet agenda, okay? You've totally sold out, man. Okay, and you know you didn't have to do a blood ritual. You are all 2/3 of Israel, the wicked of Israel. They spiritually sold out to this place, man. All right, to where they don't want to see the return of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, to where they're willing to go and fight in the enemy's army. Who's the enemy? The so-called white man. All right, because what you Israelites have failed to realize and understand is that we're behind enemy lines, right? And we're not sovereigns. We're in another man's land. We're in another man's house. Okay? And things are stacked up against us. The odds are pretty much stacked up against us, but really it's the curses. All right? So you want to know why you can't progress, or you might be doing well, but your family's not, or, people are, uh, there's a lot of individualism amongst Israel. Well, I'm doing this and I'm doing that, but, who cares if you're doing something? Your nation's in shambles. All right, because what you people like to do, what you Israel Jakes, you pretty much like to prove to the white man that you're a good slave. You know, oh, I'm smart. Like go into his world and prove to him that you're that you're not like the others. All right, like you're not like like the other degenerates of the race of black, the nation of black. You're not like the other blacks. You're a cool black, right? That's your mindset. If I could prove to Massa that I'm not like them, then he'll accept me, man. But guess what, nigga? All right, the Esau don't give a damn. Okay, he's still calling you nigga behind your back. All right, he doesn't care about you, bro. All right, nor does he really want you to succeed. You know, especially you Jakes that do succeed. Esau hates to see that, man. So-called black man, so-called black person is doing well in the society, and Esau is not. He hates that. He'll try and what's that word I'm looking for? Sabotage you any way possible, man. And that's exactly what you have in the society now, anyways, where Esau does his best to sabotage you, man. Right? You might go apply for a job, and the salary range is from X amount to the X amount, right? And the first X is like a lower number. The second X is a higher number. It gives out salary range because he's a devil, right? And really, ultimately, when he does that, he really wants to shortchange Jake. If Jake's qualified for that job, he's gonna try and offer Jake
Hazard reported ahead.
the smaller X amount salary than what's listed on the higher amount. And if Jake's not privy enough, if Jake doesn't know how to negotiate the salary, then he gets pretty much gets left with the short end of the stick, right? And so you know that's how this world is really not for us, man. But there's a whole bunch of reasons why this world is not for us. But going back, man, the Lord is getting ready to make His return, and you Israelites don't consider who your true power is, man, which is Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Yahweh being the one you ignorantly call God, and Yahweh Shai being the one you ignorantly call Jesus Christ, who's a so-called black man. And the Israelites, you Jakes, you sons of Jacob, are you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, and the ones that scattered abroad across the four corners of the earth. All right, mainly being in America, but we're all over the world, man. So I can't just say mainly being in America, but the great deliverance is actually going to happen. The main deliverance is going to happen in America, but you're going to have Israelites being delivered all throughout the earth, man, because you have the elect scattered all throughout the four corners of the earth, as prophecy says, man. Okay, and that's a beautiful thing. That's a beautiful thing to know that this time to come, and there is going to be salvation for the righteous. Oh, the ones that are that are holding fast, that are sincere, the ones that are trying, man. Because we don't like what we see here, man. The elect is the ones that sighing and crying, waking up, shaking their head, man, every day. You know. Let's see if I can get a scripture while I'm driving. Um, let's see. You know, try my best to bring out a scripture. I know I'm driving, so bear with me. Um, Ezekiel 9:4. And the Lord said, Go unto him, go through the midst of the city, okay, through the midst of Jerusalem, okay, and that's wherever you Israelites dwell, man. All right, this is coming to wherever Israel is, that's where Jerusalem is, okay, spiritually. So we're gonna go throughout, the elect is gonna go throughout the four corners of the earth and execute judgment on you wicked ass Jakes, man. All right, wherever you may be dwelling, because America is gonna be burnt up, man. So you Israelites out there in America, you're gonna be the wicked of you. You're gonna be hit with nuclear missiles, right? It says through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon their foreheads. Okay, that foreheads of the men that sigh and cry for the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. And the others, he said in my hearing, Go ye after through the city, and smite, let not your eye spare, neither have ye pity. Okay? And brothers are familiar with this scripture, so you know what comes next after that. Like I said, I'm driving, so I got to do the best I can. But pretty much, The Lord's getting ready to bring forth judgment and execute judgment, man. Put people to death. Okay, he's getting ready to collapse the society, right? And we look forward to that, man, because we're tired of this place. We're tired of the way the world is set up. We're tired of going in, waking up, and going to work and working for this devil,
Heavy traffic reported ahead.
the system at hand. We're tired of all this, right? So we pretty much want something to take place to where we don't have to do the normal routine, man. Because the routine is boring. This normal routine shit, this is boring, man. We're not living. Okay, that's another thing. We're not living in this world. Yet you Jakes fight tooth and nail to be here, man. There's no righteousness. There's no order. It's just hell. You have Satan coming at you through your woman, family, but whatever the case may be, Satan's always gonna be adverse against you, man. You know, we're pretty much, the elect is going through what Job is going through right now. All right, in terms of the Mosai sending Satan against us, because we're under the curses too, right? Just because we came into the knowledge, don't mean we're not under the curses, man. All right, it's just that now we know how to maneuver through these curses a bit more than the rest, you know. So we're able to, we have the light now, so we can see Satan's traps more so than the rest of Israel. The rest of Israel is just falling, walking right into the pits, man. Okay, but like I was saying, the Most High is testing our integrity and seeing if we're gonna fold, see if He's trying us, see if we're gonna be of gold, silver, brass. You know what I mean? So He wants to purify us to be the best we can, right? And Lord will, the sincere brethren, the elect, we are that number, man, to be of the 144,000, man, because with this knowledge, we've come to the realization, and we've also gained the wisdom to understand how this world should be ran, right? And it just needs a great reset. Ultimately, this world needs a great reset. The people, they need rulers, they need a righteous ruler, and they need judgment, man. They need the fear of the Lord put back into them, man. Because once you people see a lot of death on a high velocity, high rate, man, that you can't even compute. And you're seeing dead bodies laying down on the ground. All right, that's when you're gonna understand that the Most High is nobody to be fucking with, man. Right? And you were fucking with him all your life, man. All these damn generations, you've been fucking with the Most High. You took him for a joke, right? That's why you have all these diseases in this earth, man, and pollution and right, because you didn't fear the Heavenly Father. You didn't trust in His ways. Okay, and ultimately we all of Israel, so myself included, we never trusted in the Most High's ways, man, or we fell away from it. But luckily for us, we're able to get back in His good graces. So Lord will, right, because we have this knowledge, brothers. You know what I mean? We have this truth. We're in the truth, right? We just gotta hold on to it now. We have this wisdom, right? The Lord put a spirit on you. So, okay, I gotta do my videos. Uh, I gotta prophesy. I gotta say something. I gotta do something. I gotta feed the flock, because that's all we're here for, to feed the flock. That's our main. That's our main. What do you call it? It's our main occupation, man. We never knew it was gonna be our main occupation, but that's our main occupation, man. All right. We never knew that we were gonna, teach the Bible. What? Me? You? Right? We never thought that. Come on, man. We thought that was like, ordained for somebody who wanted to do that. The Christian church, You know how that shit was. You gotta, sell the people. You gotta wow them and good sermon and all that shit. But now, with this truth, man, we've come to the realization that it's about knowledge, wisdom, and understanding and just teaching it, teaching it plainly. That's it. This is what's in the book. We're going to break it down, bring out some points. Next scripture, next precept, break it down. Point, precept, point, precept. Break it down. Point, precept, break it down. Point, precept, break it down. Rinse and repeat, man. That's it. Precept, point, break it down. That's it, man. You know? And that's a beautiful thing, man. I mean, like, the Most High had us go through the so-called school system, the so-called fool system, right? Where we learned how to read, right? We learned how to write, okay? We learned history. We learned mathematics, dealing with numbers, right? Right? Reading and writing, the comprehension, understanding of words, right? All of this is basic schooling that you can apply into the scriptures. You read and comprehend, you research, you look up words. That's all stuff we've done in school. You get what I'm trying to say? Knowing numbers, science, all right, history, all right. Esau teaches us his form of history, right? History is told by the victors, right? So he's just gonna give his lies and his ways, okay. But regardless, we've been taught a vague understanding of history to the point where, okay, now we can really go in with this truth. Now we can really go in and search. Okay, yeah, this did happen in World War I, but this also happened in World War I, or this is what really happened during this time period, because now we're given the inspiration of the Most High to do our due diligence. You know, so the Most High actually set it up that way to where we got to know geography, right? I'm sure brothers took geography in school and even in elementary school. This is all things we learned in elementary, even before high school. Okay, I know before it was called history, they called it social studies. They taught me about the Native. This is in elementary school. They taught me about the Native Americans. Okay, in Canada, and the explorers, right? Which are really devils, but they see Esau likes to lightly touch on these things just to say he touched on it, call them explorers, which they're really devils. You know what I mean? But regardless, we were given, you know, Esau basically put the truth in your face, but with his little, like, he taught the truth, but not the full truth, right? So he taught half lies, so that's pretty dangerous. But nonetheless, us waking up to this truth, we realize that the Most High was always putting it in front of us, man. This is a beautiful thing. So I named about like 6, 7, 8 subjects that we learn in elementary that we can apply to the scriptures, you know, and that's the beauty and the simplicity of the scriptures, man. Although there's deep understandings, there's deep breakdowns and everything in time, but nonetheless, man, the Lord is supping with us, man. You know, and we just got to continue in faith, all right? So, bit of, let's see. Yeah, we get this. I'm gonna close out. Revelation 3:20. Behold, I stand at the door and knock. If any man hear my voice and open the door, I will come into him and I will sup with him and he with me. All right, that's talking about Yahushai. Okay, and all it took was us hearing that, oh, you're an Israelite. For the most part, some brothers have to come back, some brothers have to meditate upon it. You know, me personally, I heard, oh, I'm an Israelite, oh, I'm God's chosen people. You know, that's all that mattered. Oh, blacks, Hispanics, Native American. I instantly believed it. I was like, these people, these so-called white people are the devil. I was like, my first question was, I'm not gonna lie though. Oh, what about the so-called white people, right? And it was like, okay, but I was okay with it. Like, oh, they're going in slavery, or are they the devil? Okay, I'm cool with that. I didn't buck up, but right? We never asked, oh, what about the Salakia? The shit cut out, man. Fucking thing. Anyways, I was saying like when we first come into this truth, you may have asked, oh, what about when you first hear about this truth, you may ask, oh, what about the so-called white man, right? Because you have former Stockholm syndrome. What about what's going to happen to them? And, but I never had a problem. Once I heard, oh, what's going to happen to them, I didn't have a problem. But, Jake, they don't ask about the Moab. They don't ask about what's going to happen to the Chinese. The first thing he's going to ask about is the so-called white man. All right? But it is what it is. It says, to him that overcometh will I grant to sit with me in my throne, right? Back in Revelations 3:21. Even as I also overcame and am set down with my Father in his throne. He that hath an ear, let him hear what the Spirit saith unto the churches. All right? And the churches are scattered all throughout the four corners of the earth, mainly being in America. Okay, you have some churches in Canada, you have some churches in Europe, okay, some churches in Africa. The bulk of the churches are all throughout America. All right, you got brothers in you got a brother in Australia, you have brothers in the islands, the Caribbean, all right, brothers in South America, okay, but the bulk of the churches are in America, man. And we learned this from our apostles, uh, and elders that we're pushing this thing out of New York, man. All right, New York is like the epicenter of the world. All right, it's through the Spirit. That's where the truth came out of. Truth sprang out of. All right. Everywhere else pretty much emulates New York in one shape, form, or another. Empire State, right? So they call it the Empire State, right? So everywhere else kind of what do you call it? It mimics that, right? But anyways, I'm gonna close up. I'm gonna say shalom, Lord will you edified, and to the next one.